baby, we don't, baby, it ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef, from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, Kamara. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the rookie out of Georgia, Sony Michel. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And it's Michel once again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Brady now on first down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And look there, not a good sight. Gronkowski down. And you just hope it's not that knee again. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From on first down, Brady. And Matthews has it right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got real tie, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Brady now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He finds Latavius Murray. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin with Michel on the ground. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And a dump off to White. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Murray. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A first down throw for Cousins. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. Touchdown, Vikings! Josh Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly. And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes. And he went all the way into the end zone. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. On play action. Now Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there. Will tie the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
To throw, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Throwing his Cousins. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Cousins on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Here we go, Austin. Let's go, let's go.
First down, here's Cousins. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
2nd down, Cousins. Now he'll escape to his left. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Carlson able to put this one through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Wait, 20! Yeah! Wait, 20!
They start the second half with Michel on the ground. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating in Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, 382, list 50.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danny Shelton able to get him for a loss of about 3. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 24. Bowls him over. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now this time, Brady will throw. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play. Brady to Matthews. And even 50 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 23. A give. This is Michel. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Michel. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another first down run right there.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, it's Brady. Flushed out right. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
All right, now here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Again, it's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call it student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast stem right or roast stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Now Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Taken in at the 11. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Following the penalty, Michel. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this route. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Brady now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Hey. 4 down. Yeah.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They come out here in the eye. And they will run it with Michel. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They get it to him running left. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Gordon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Now it's Patterson. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. And some room to maneuver. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On the ground, this is Michel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Coming left is Michel. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Let's go! Hey, Alabama.
Now Brady, maybe a free play here. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. This no gimme in the snow. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Nothing easy about that one in these elements in the snow, but he's able to put it home in what looks to be the game winner.
And you know, I had problems with the footing just walking from the bus to the stadium. I can't imagine being called to kicking this stuff with the game on the line. But he appeared to have zero issues whatsoever.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But